So, a mom in Australia just got arrested for allegedly poisoning her own baby and filming it and posting it online for likes. I know what you're thinking. That can't be real. Guys, it's real, and it gets so much worse. This happened in January 2025 in Queensland, Australia. When I tell you what the police found, you're going to need a minute. Let's get into it. Okay, real quick before we start. Legally, I gotta say this. This woman has been charged, not convicted. She's innocent until proven guilty. That's how the law works. Everything I'm about to tell you is based on police allegations and court documents. Also, the baby's identity is protected by Australian law. I can't name the mom or show pictures. That's to protect the child. Got it? Cool. Now let me tell you about one of the most disturbing cases I've covered. The perfect mom online. So there's this woman in Queensland, a social media influencer with a decent following. Her whole thing on social media was posting about her baby daughter's health struggles. Now, lots of parents post about their kids online. That's normal. But this was different. She's posting hospital photos, videos of her baby clearly in distress, like serious distress. And she's framing herself as this warrior mom, fighting for her sick baby, doing everything she can. Her followers ate it up. Comments like, "You're so strong, praying for you. You're an inspiration." And here's the thing. People didn't just send thoughts and prayers, they sent money. She set up a GoFundMe. The pitch was, "My baby needs specialized medical care. Help us afford treatment." And guys, people donated $60,000 Australian dollars. $60,000 from strangers who thought they were literally saving this baby's life. But according to police, that money wasn't going to medical bills. What police say really happened. Okay, so here's where this goes from sad to absolutely insane. In August 2024, so just last year, police say this woman started giving her one-year-old baby prescription medications. But not like baby Tylenol or whatever. We're talking prescription drugs that were not prescribed for this child. Medications that a baby should never be taking. And this went on for 3 months, August to October 2024. But wait, it gets worse. Police say she wasn't just giving her baby these drugs in secret. She was filming what happened next. According to the charges, she recorded videos of her daughter allegedly poisoning her own baby and filming it and posting it online for likes. I know what you're thinking. That can't be real. Guys, it's real, and it gets so much worse. This happened in January 2025 in Queensland, Australia. When I tell you what the police found, you're going to need a minute. Let's get into it. Okay, real quick before we start. Legally, I gotta say this. This woman has been charged, not convicted. She's innocent until proven guilty. That's how the law works. Everything I'm about to tell you is based on police allegations and court documents. Also, the baby's identity is protected by Australian law. I can't name the mom or show pictures. That's to protect the child. Got it? How she got caught. So by October 2024, the hospital staff are starting to notice some things. This baby keeps having these serious medical episodes, right? But the doctors are like, wait, this doesn't add up. The symptoms are weird, the timing is suspicious, and something about the mom's behavior is setting off alarm bells. Now, doctors and nurses, they're trained to spot abuse. They know what to look for. And in this case, multiple medical professionals were like, something is very wrong here. Then, in October, the baby gets admitted to the hospital with what they call a serious medical episode. And guys, this wasn't just serious. Police say the baby was gravely ill, like could have died without immediate medical intervention. That's when the hospital contacted the police. And what the police found? Oh man. According to the charges, this woman had been actively ignoring medical advice. Like doctors would tell her what to do for her baby, and she'd just not do it. But worse than that, police say she went to great lengths to get these prescription medications she was allegedly giving her baby. Think about that. She had to work to get access to drugs to poison her own kid. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't confusion. According to police, this was deliberate. what she's facing now. So in January 2025, she gets arrested. The charges? 11 of them. Multiple counts of administering poison with intent to harm, torture, making child exploitation material, fraud. Now, let's talk about that child exploitation material charge, because I know what you're thinking. In Australian law, that doesn't just mean, the obvious thing. It also includes any material that shows a child being abused, tortured, or subjected to cruelty. So those videos she allegedly posted of her baby in pain that she allegedly caused, yeah, that's child exploitation material. She was allegedly creating content that exploited her own daughter's suffering she caused to manipulate people into giving her money and followers. That's evil. There's no other word for it. Where did the $60K go? So remember that $60,000 from GoFundMe. When police contacted GoFundMe, the platform immediately started the refund process. And for GoFundMe to do that, to basically say, yeah, this was a scam, they need serious evidence. They don't just shut down campaigns for no reason. The fraud charges suggest the money wasn't spent on medical care like she claimed. So where did it go? The details haven't been fully released, but the fact that she's charged with fraud tells you everything you need to know. $60,000 from people who thought they were saving a baby, and allegedly, it was all a lie. What's happening now? Okay, so here's where things stand today. She appeared in court in January 2025, and despite how serious these charges are, she was granted bail. I know, a lot of people are like, how is she out on bail? But that's how the legal system works. Bail isn't about guilt or innocence. It's about flight risk and danger to the community. The court decided she could be released while awaiting trial. Her next court date is June 2025. That's just a mention, basically a check-in to see how the case is progressing. The actual trial? That could be months or even years away. So we're at the very beginning of this legal process. The baby is safe. But here's the one good thing in this whole nightmare story. The baby is safe now. She's been removed from her mother's care, and according to reports, she's doing well. Whatever was allegedly happening to her has stopped. She's safe. She's healthy. That little girl is finally getting to just be a baby. No cameras, no medications, no exploitation. Why this should scare you. All right, so let's talk about what this case really means. We live in a world where suffering can be monetized. A heartbreaking story can be worth thousands of dollars and followers. Crowdfunding is amazing when it's real. GoFundMe has helped millions for medical bills, funerals, emergencies. It's beautiful. But this case shows the dark side. It shows how easy it is to exploit people's empathy. Think about the formula. Post emotional content, build an audience through sympathy, ask for money, profit. It works because we're good people. We see a baby in pain and we want to help. That's what makes us human, but it also makes us vulnerable. Now, I'm not saying you should never donate to anything ever again. That's not the point. The point is, be smart about it. Before you donate, ask yourself, can I verify this story? Are there news reports? Does this seem legitimate? Are there red flags? Real people in real need will understand if you ask questions. And here's another thing this case highlights: kids and social media. This baby didn't choose to have her medical issues broadcast online. She didn't consent to being turned into content, but she had no choice. Because she's a baby. We really need to have conversations as a society about children's rights in the social media age, about consent, about privacy, about what it means to grow up as content. Because this case, whether the mom is found guilty or not, shows what can happen when a child becomes nothing more than a tool for engagement. Final thoughts. Look, this case is still ongoing. The trial hasn't happened. She's innocent until proven guilty. That's the law, and that's how it should be. But the allegations alone are enough to make us think about what we believe online, about who we trust, about how we protect the vulnerable. There's a baby in Queensland who's finally safe, and that happened because medical professionals paid attention, because they questioned what they were seeing, because they spoke up. We can all do that, not to be cynical, not to stop helping people, but to be thoughtful, to ask questions, to protect those who can't protect themselves. The internet is a mirror. It shows us the best of humanity, compassion, generosity, the desire to help. But it also shows us the worst. The question is, which side are we gonna feed? If this video made you think, hit that like button. It actually helps this get recommended to more people. Subscribe if you want more deep dives into cases like this, and drop a comment. Have you ever donated to a GoFundMe? Do you verify them first? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe out there.